Welcome to Discover Greater Lansing. Whether you're exploring the rich history of the state capital or indulging in incredible local food, there's always something exciting happening here. Discover living. Discover mobility. Discover downtown. Discover giving back. Greater Lansing offers breathtaking activities and outdoor adventures, ensuring a perfect balance of city life and natural beauty. Discover the warmth. Discover the charm. Discover Greater Lansing. The journey begins now.
Hello and welcome back to a new year and a new show for Discover Greater Lansing. Today I am so happy to have with us Cheryl Berry with MSU Culinary Services. Go Green.
Go White.
Thank you for that. And we're here to talk about something that probably a lot of people don't think about. We all think about eating and all the good places we can go to eat, but right there in the heart of campus, several locations, people can dine, right? We can get a good meal, lunch, breakfast, lunch, or dinner probably, and a late night snack. So it's not always the first place people may think of about going out to eat. I know I've been to Brody and had a wonderful lunch with my team of folks. And so let's talk a little bit about dining on campus and what that means, not so much for the students, but for those who may be thinking about someplace new to try.
Absolutely. You know, I think a lot of the community probably isn't even aware that they can come and dine with us. But we do have several locations. We have 7 all-you-care-to-eat dining halls, 2 grab-and-goes. We have our stateroom restaurant. Yes. We have many retail stores, and we have a food court. So lots of places that people can come and dine with us, and it's such a great value.
Absolutely. So, okay, we're going to really deep dive a little bit because, so I'm dating myself, but you know, back in the 80s, you took your food tray, you went through, you got maybe some slop of this, slop of that. I mean, days at Animal House remind you of like the old school, you know, what lunch used to look like at the university setting, but it's a lot different and there are so many options. So walk us through some of these. What's a grab and go? And when you walk in, are there one option, multiple options? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. It is nothing like it used to be years ago. I know people refer to green and white menus. You know, there would be 2 different menus across campus, and that was it.
Oh, wow.
You know, very limited selections. Now you walk into our dining halls, and it's like a mini food court. So you have your option to choose whatever you want. So could be tacos or burritos from one of our Mexican venues, could be burgers, could be, you know, rotisserie chicken.
Oh, wow.
Could be something international flair. So we have tons and tons of options. And the great thing is that each dining hall is different. So if you go to the All You Care to Eats, one place may have a smoker and you may get ribs. You know, the equipment is all different each place. And it also does depend on our chefs. So our executive chefs oversee each of the different neighborhood locations. And they kind of bring their own flair. So we have a chef with kind of a Caribbean Hispanic background. We have a chef from England. They're just like all over. So everyone kind of brings their own flair of food to the menu. So very personalized.
And very, very exciting to explore.
Absolutely.
So you said various locations. So is there some place online you can find out more about this, or do you just show up on campus and ask somebody to point you to the nearest food opportunity? How does it all work?
We have our website, eatatstate.com.
Oh, okay.
And on the website, we'll have menus. So each location has its own menu page. So you can go and peruse through the menus and just kind of see what sounds good to you and go to that location.
Well, that's like an adventure.
It is.
Like let's figure out where we're going to go. Let's get some food. Let's eat at state. You said .com or .edu.
Either one will get you there,
will
but
get you there.
we market it as .com.
Easy
Yes.
to remember.
Yes.
Eatatstate.com,
Yes.
right? And so you go there and you'll get to find out, does it change daily or weekly, the menus, or are they pretty?
It's daily.
Okay.
So we do, you'll be able to see 3 days ahead when you go. So, maybe if you're going to go tomorrow and you want to look at that menu, you're able to do that. We're on a 4-week menu rotation, which means we kind of cycle through 4 weeks and then we change it up.
Okay.
So
that's amazing, and just to think of all those different options you can have. And you had mentioned that it's a reasonably priced. So is it one price gets you anything, or does it depend on what entrees you pick?
Nope. You pay at the door when you come in, and it's $13 for all you care to eat.
Wow.
Yeah. A little bit cheaper for children under 2. It's $6 for them. But, where else can you go for $13 and get all you care to eat? So it's not only the entree and the drink and whatever sides, but it's dessert. We have several dessert selections from MSU Bakers. Yeah. So it's a full, complete meal.
Yeah, for $13.
Yes.
And I'm sure I'm a salad lover, so I'm sure there's salad bars.
Yes.
And you mentioned the executive chefs. So that's, this is not like going up to, fast food. This is prepared food that's prepared by the actual chefs, correct?
Correct. So I know a lot of people think, you go to a big place and it's just going to be kind of prepackaged stuff. That's not the case at all. Our chefs have a whole database of thousands of recipes to choose from. A lot that they've created, some that we've inherited, but they work hard to craft everything from scratch. And that's not to say that we don't purchase anything that's pre-done, like maybe our soup bases, or we may get pre-cut fruit, things like that.
Yes.
But for the most part, everything is from scratch.
Wow. And from different parts of the world, international cuisine.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can't wait to go explore and try some new things. So those of us I have some special allergies. I jokingly say, my family I could take out in one finely prepared meal because we've got a nut allergy, we have a seafood, we have a different allergies. So how do people dine who may have those concerns?
So our best dining hall for anybody with allergens is Thrive. Thrive is in Owen Hall, and it's dedicated, it's certified by Kitchens with Confidence. So it's dedicated to those people that have those high levels of allergens. But it's also just really good food, so anybody can go there and dine. But it is an exceptional place for those people that have to really be strict about, what they put in their mouth.
Right. I mean, it could be, lethal, obviously.
Absolutely.
So that brings a level of comfort that perhaps you don't see in other places, cross-contamination.
Right.
And some people are just eating differently these days. The gluten-free diets and things like that to suit everybody's different tastes.
Right. A lot of it is just a preference.
Yes.
And every single one of our dining halls has options that will supplement, that kind of a diet. So we always have gluten-free options. We always have vegan or vegetarian options. So you can always find those.
Well, that's
those
great
options.
because sometimes that's so limited. And if you're going out with a group of people, you're not able to accommodate everybody. So somebody's stuck just eating a plain old salad or, something along those lines. And speaking of going out with a group, is there any kind of arrangements that can be made if you are planning a group outing?
Absolutely. We have several private dining rooms. If you've ever been into Brody, you may have seen we have a couple private dining rooms there, but several across campus. And all you have to do is contact Conference Services, and they can book that for you.
Well, that's wonderful. We had an outing with my staff and one of our interns, MSU student, and she wanted to take us all to lunch, and we had this wonderful experience. At first, if you don't know your way around, you feel like kind of the freshman on campus, but everybody's so nice, and the students are go this way, or they'll point you in the right direction, and you can go exploring on your own. But that was, think about taking a group out, or a group of visitors from out of town even. How about before sporting events or after?
Oh, absolutely. We get we get a lot of groups of kids, like high school, middle school. The parents will bring them after practice, that kind of thing. But then, so many people join us before the game. Before a basketball game, they'll stop in at the dining hall and grab their dinner. It's a little bit cheaper than concessions usually, and a little bit better for you. Or to visit the stateroom restaurant at the Kellogg and have a nice dinner there.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, stateroom is that is a special.
Yes.
That's a very special outing, especially before going to Wharton or to a nice dining experience before you go out and do other things around East Lansing and on campus. So so this is a question out of the dark, but you must have a lot of staff you employ to run these different venues.
We do. We have about 600 full-time people.
Wow.
And then we probably have another 1,000 to 1,200 part-time or on-call, so it takes a lot of people.
That takes a village to run all those different venues and restaurants. So great. Do you have a couple favorite meals you wish to share that may get people thinking, hey, this isn't your same old, same old.
We have one location that they'll do a phenomenal international kind of dish, something like maybe like chicken shawarma or something like that. Those are always my favorites, butter chicken, things like that. But you can never go wrong at Cayenne's, which is one of the Mexican places. It's kind of set up like Qdoba or Chipotle. So you just kind of go down and they make your order for you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very customized.
That sounds wonderful. And the students must love it. So do you have do most of the students eat on campus, or is it a meal plan, or how does that all work for the student body?
So if a student lives on campus, then they automatically will get a dining plan as well.
Okay.
They select that dining plan. So we have the 15,000 plus students that eat with us. But then a lot of off-campus students select the option to eat with us. So whether they get a full-on dining plan or pay by the swipe. So they're there eating with us. We have a lot of faculty and staff that eat with us.
Absolutely.
So,
well, for $13 all you can eat.
Yes.
I'm still saying that's just an incredible value for all the different cuisine and options that you get to choose from. So just wonderful. So Eat at State seems like a aha moment for maybe me and so many viewers who haven't thought about, we go to East Lansing. There are a lot of great restaurants, of course, in East Lansing and all around the greater Lansing area, but to consider something a little bit different. Especially sounds like fun to take the kids out, a group of kids out before a game or after their games, and so you've got the whole community. So what a great asset that most people just don't think about, and so we got to keep that top of mind. So how do you prepare for? Like, how much food do you know to make? You have the built-in with the meal plans, but so is it? Do you just track and then just? I'm sure you never run out of food.
Right. We don't ever run out. We may have to change a menu item. But they do, the chefs do forecasting for the full menu. And then it's not cooked in huge batches. So we do small batch cooking.
Okay.
So they prepare it by pans ahead of time, and then they can pull out the pan and, cook it as needed. So,
That's awesome, just to think of the logistics behind it. It's not just cook up something. It's like you don't know who's coming to your house.
Absolutely.
So you better have enough food for everyone. So we're talking about dining and so accommodations. And so what hours, like if I was an early riser and wanted to grab breakfast or middle of the day work, what kind of hours of operations do you offer?
So most of our all you care to eats open at 9 o'clock. There's a couple that open a little bit earlier than that, but most are open at 9 o'clock. And we used to open at 7, but what we found was that the student patterns were changing after COVID. And so they just prefer like to skip breakfast or to pick up something from one of our grab and go locations. You can get a hot meal and have it on your way to class. And so lunchtimes still are busy, and then dinner time is our busiest with our students, and then we go until either 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
In the evening.
Yeah.
So grab and goes just as in cold prepackaged.
No.
You can, and can somebody out in the community, can they get a meal card? Or is that pay as you go?
It's pay as you go,
Okay.
yeah. Unfortunately, the dining plans, the meal cards have to be tied to your MSU ID. And we haven't really found a way out of that.
Well,
so.
I just see all our viewers, let's go, let's all eat. Hey, family, we're going to just go and we're going to eat at MSU. So just wonderful information today. Thank you, Cheryl, so much for coming and sharing something, again, that we don't know. There's so many gems in our community that are uncovered, or you just happen to talk to someone and you find out, hey, did you hear about Eat at State? And let's go check it out. So here's just a whole world of opportunities for dining. And I appreciate you sharing that with us today. And I hope you come back and bring some food with you next time.
Oh, sure. I appreciate you having me here.
And thank you, and go State.
Yes, go green.
At CATA, writer feedback and public feedback is really important. Can you talk a little bit about ways in which the public and writers can provide feedback to CATA?
Yes, one of the cool ways that we get feedback is listening bus sessions. So every month, CATA employees board buses and engage with writers to get feedback on their commute. It allows writers to be able to speak to people face to face. If people are not able to join a listening bus session, they can always go online and give feedback, as well as see a list of upcoming sessions at cata.org/listeningbus. They can also call in to a CATA representative at 517-394-1000.
And can you tell us who participates in Listening Bus?
So employees like myself participate. We encourage people from multiple departments to join sessions to help engage with writers and get their feedback about their different experiences. And of course, we want all of CATA's writers to participate in Listening Bus.
And we're looking for the good, the bad, and the ugly, right?
Yes, everything.
Everything
so
goes.
We don't just want positive or things that people expect us to want to hear. We want them to give all kind of feedback about what they've experienced on our buses.
And how do we use that feedback?
Well, we try to use it, take the feedback and consider it for maybe new route planning or even to improve some of the existing services that we already have.
Excellent. And do you participate in the Listening Bus sessions as well?
I participate. I help with some of the planning, but I try to participate as much as I can, and it's really, really fun. And people are really sometimes shocked that we're there or don't know that that's why we're there until we approach them.
Great. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Julie Thomasma, CEO of Child and Family Charities, and today I am so glad to have with me Executive Director Rachel Swedberg from CASA for Kids. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell us, what does CASA do in the community? Tell us a bit more.
CASA for Kids is a local nonprofit that works in Barry, Eaton, and Ingham counties, and we advocate for children and their entire family unit for the entire time that they are experiencing the child welfare or foster care system. That can look like a lot of different things. It can be advocating within the court, advocating within the school, advocating for medical needs, but at the end of the day, our goal is to center the child and make sure that their needs are met, their voice is heard, and that they're in a place where they can thrive.
I love your mission, and it fits so well with what we do. So specifically, how do you empower youth?
Yes, so our advocates have several different avenues by which they empower youth. We actually have 2 new initiatives that we're very excited about. The first one is Fostering Futures, that focuses on supporting youth 14 and up to make sure that they have the skills and supports they need to thrive into adulthood. We know in the foster care system, youth over 14 are at risk of aging out without a permanent home. The second is an initiative that we've just recently started that's going to be focused on working with the entire family unit to keep these children in home and reduce the trauma of removal when it is safe to do so.
Well, we're so excited to have you join the nonprofit hub on our campus. So tell us about that and what that means for your mission.
Absolutely. We are so excited about this opportunity. We are all about collaboration with CASA. We work with many of the partners coming into this hub, and this is just a fantastic way for our organization to collaborate with others and have a greater impact and increase accessibility for our community.
Thank you so much for coming in.
I have Carl Gordon here with me today from Gordon Home Inspections. Carl and I do a lot of work together with people that are looking to purchase a home and really want to get into the nitty-gritty. So Carl, tell me, when someone is coming into the home inspection process, what should they expect? What would you think they should do to better prepare themselves for the appointment with you?
That's a great question, Karen. So the big thing I think most people don't expect is we're going to talk about a lot of things, obviously, but they also have the opportunity to ask a lot of questions. So our ultimate goal while we're at the home is not to tell people yes, it's a pass or no, it's a fail, but rather to give them the information to make that decision. And the only way they're going to get that information is to ask lots of questions. So there's going to be lots of talking, lots of conversing, just going through every aspect of the house we possibly can to give them as much information as we can about that house.
Okay, great. Well, I will tell you, with our market being so low in inventory, I think some people are looking at homes and saying, okay, you know what, this isn't 100% what I want, but maybe I replace the furnace in the next 5 years or whatever. You're probably seeing some of that, correct?
We absolutely are, and that's just one of the many ways that a home inspection can be useful, not only for the general condition of the home when you're buying it, but to kind of prioritize that needs list over the next year or 5 years or 10 years and get an idea of kind of what your expenses and your expenditures can be, during that period of ownership.
Gotcha. So really, you're going to help a consumer put their home on almost like a schedule as to what should be done and when, and then the maintenance portion as well. Would you agree?
Absolutely. There's no crystal ball, so we can't, of course, predict exactly, but we can get within general time frames, life expectancies of certain appliances, furnaces and water heaters, that sort of thing, roofing systems, and just kind of let people exactly know what kind of they can expect for a schedule coming down the road.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope the people of our audience reach out to you.
As do I. Thanks so much.
Hello, my name is Deanna East, and I'm an Associate Director with Michigan State University Extension. Here with me today is Carrie Schreier, a Child and Family Development Educator with MSU Extension. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, good morning, Deanna.
Carrie, can you tell me what programs are available for parents through MSU Extension?
Sure, I'd be glad to. Our Child and Family Development team provides programs for parents both face-to-face and online throughout the state of Michigan. We're proud to have provided programming for parents in every county in the state.
That's great. And so what do parents typically learn in these online and in-person classes?
Well, as you know, kids don't come with a handbook, and parents often need just a little bit of help in learning more about what they can do to support their children. So we provide these trainings, again, both face-to-face and online. We have series of classes and one-time presentation classes. Our one-time classes provide trainings on a wide variety of topics. We actually call these Extension Extras, and they're available every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. We cover topics like potty training and positive discipline, also things like literacy, math skills, science skills, supporting parents across the age range of birth to 18 and really helping their children become the strongest kids that they can be. So we also provide series of classes. Our series of classes cover a wide variety of topics, but we have a set that covers parenting for children birth through 3, parenting adolescents, and then we have a general series to support families in being the best families that they can be.
Thank you, Carrie. And thank you for joining us and learning a little bit more about MSU Extension.
Hi. I'm Chris Swope. I'm the president-elect of the Rotary Club of Lansing, and I'm here with Rebecca Bahar-Cook, who is our current president, and we're going to talk about some of our foundation's grants. So, Rebecca, typically we give out grants up to $10,000, but occasionally we do some bigger grants. Can you tell me about some of the big grants that our club has funded?
Yeah, our signature grants, I'd be happy to. So I think the one that most people will be most aware of, and hopefully they are, is Rotary Park, right? So we helped contribute a good chunk of the money that helped put that wonderful asset of the river for Lansing, there for people. We helped fund the pavilion, the beach, the lights, and so that's been a real benefit.
And it's been great. We've had some of our Rotary meetings there to check it out.
Yes,
so.
it's a fantastic spot. So if you're in Lansing, please visit.
What about some other ones?
Yeah, so there's also the clock tower on the corner of Michigan and Grand, right there by Wentworth Park. That's something that Rotary did several years ago, and we just did some maintenance on it. So
great. Okay.
It's another good one. And then one of my personal favorites is the club voted to help I-5 with one of their exhibits, the water exhibit, the update to the water exhibit. So if folks have been bringing kids or grandkids to that, they should feel good that Rotary was a part of that, and maybe they should think about joining so they can be a part of these projects with us.
There we go. That'd be great. How often do we do the big projects?
It depends on the cost and what we're committing. So those are not yearly. Those are about every 4 or 5 years, depending on how much was been previously committed. But we do like to spend about 40 grand at a minimum on those projects.
Okay. Well, that's great. Thank you so much for sharing. And if you want to find out how to join us, go to lansingrotary.org.
University of Michigan Health Sparrow has been part of the Mid-Michigan community for nearly 130 years and continues to invest in the community at an unparalleled level. To discuss that, we're joined by Connie O'Malley, Chief Operating Officer for University of Michigan Health. Connie, can you talk a little bit about some of the biggest projects you're working on right now?
Absolutely, Corey. We're really excited to bring to the community a behavioral health hospital that we continue to work with an expert on. In addition to that, we are planning an 80 to 88 bed facility, inpatient, and also some outpatient services that go along with that to help support the individual as they go back into the community. In addition to that, we're planning on a Grand Ledge facility, or to the Grand Ledge community, 42,000 square feet, will include comprehensive services, primary care, specialists, all of our full service imaging, in addition to rehab services and a pharmacy. So anything you need in the community will be there for you to support you. And not far from that is our Eaton inpatient facility. So please, if you need inpatient services or a full service ED, please use that facility. Lastly is our Rite Aid facility, which is really, Rite Aid has moved from Michigan, and we are going to improve that facility there to include occupational health, urgent care, and pharmacy services. This site serviced over 94,000 prescriptions at this location, and we know that the community needs us for those services, so we are going to continue to build that out and really provide those services to the community.
And that's right across the street from the hospital downtown Lansing, correct?
Yes, correct.
Those are some amazing things that you folks are doing for the community. Thank you so much for being here. To learn more about leading edge care at University of Michigan Health, visit uofmhealthsparrow.org.
Wow, what another great show and another reason to discover Greater Lansing. So many wonderful things happening in our great, great community. From living, working, and playing, we've got it right here in Greater Lansing. Thanks for joining us.